Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Okay. Okay. Let's review first. Oops. Okay. Okay. In response to means about? No, because in response to the high demand something because of indicate that something is done or said as a reaction or reply to something else. The company introduced remote work options in response to employee requests for flexibility. Strenuous, something that you can get tired. Needing or using a little physical or mental effort or energy. He really does anything more strenuous than changing the channels on the television. Offense. Wow. Illegal action. An illegal act. Crime. Probation. I forgot. Probation. I forgot. A period of time when a criminal must behave well and not commit any more crimes in order to avoid being sent to prison. Enact means making something possible. To put something into action, especially to make something law. The company decided to enact policy that allows employees to work from home on Fridays. Opportunist means someone who tries to get attention for a selfish reason. Someone who tries to get power or an advantage in every situation, often with a focus on their self-interest. I thought she was a friend, but she was actually an opportunist. Opportunist, contacting me only when she needed something. Factual means something real. Using or consisting of facts. Social media is full of information that isn't factual, that isn't real. Revelation means something that is revealed. Something that is, I don't know. The act of making something known that was secret, or a fact that is made known. Her talent for playing guitar was a revelation. I had no idea she was so skilled. Talking of revelations about their private life appeared in the papers. Allowance means the amount of how do you say it? The amount of baggage, amount of baggage that you can carry on to the plane. The baggage allowance, the amount of something that you're allowed. Theatrical? How do you pronounce? theatrical.
Theatrical.
Theatrical. British.
Theatrical.
Theatrical. Theatrical. Theatrical. I don't know. Behaving in an extreme way that is intended to attract attention rather than being sincere. Her reaction to the surprise party was so theatrical. She was genuinely shocked and thrilled. When he tells a story, he's incredibly theatrical, using hand gestures and dramatic facial expressions. Theatrical. Behaving in an extreme way. Emergence. Emergence means the... Emergence. The emergence of smartphone makes people... Emergence of... Emergence. Appeared, something that appeared. Appear by coming out of something or out from behind something. The emergence of smartphone changed the way we connect with each other. With the emergence of online streaming, people are watching movies and shows differently. Yeah, good. Typical of somebody means typical of somebody. Like, that's so typical of her that she woke up late again. That's so typical of him. Prosper means flourish. Flourish. Prosper is often more associated with financial success, while flourish has a broader range of application. Inquire into something means to investigate something. To try to discover the facts about something. I decided to conduct an inquiry into the best vacation destinations before making travel plans. I should conduct an inquiry into the restaurants before I decided where to eat for dinner. Extraneous. Extraneous means getting bored of something because you do it multiple times. Needing or using a lot of physical or mental effort or energy. He rarely does anything strenuous. Oh, that's what I did earlier. In principle means in general or overall. If you agree with or believe something in principle, you agree with the idea in general, although you might not support it in reality or in every situation. Can be subjective and objective. The concept of 4-day work week is appealing in principle, but it may not work for all industries and job types. Take something out of context. Take something out of context means telling something out of context. The star was telling her comments were taken out of context. Enact. Enact means making something possible. Making something. The act of making something. I forgot. Put something into action, especially. Yeah, this is what I did earlier too. Probation. もうやったね、これは。Okay. Review time is over. Okay. Let's do chapter 5. Chapter 5か。Chapter 5。OK。前回は、なんかこれ、Wait. Let me check first. あ、GPT につながってなかった。少々お待ちください。What is this? I'm solving a puzzle to log in to ChatGPT. It takes time. What? This one. What? Wait, I'm solving this. This one. This one. This one. Wait, which one? 迷路の中にあるすべてのチーズか。すべてか。This one. むずっ。すべてのチーズこれ。What? I can't solve it. I'm not a robot. One last time. Alright. And then... Yeah. Okay.またパズルだ。This one, this one. Please. Okay. Finally. Okay. In essence, comma, the majority of art consists of three classical branches: painting, comma, sculpture, comma, and architecture, period. In essence, the majority of art consists of three classical branches: painting, sculpture, and architecture. That sounds fine. Essence. Essence. 本質. The essence of a good wine is its ability to age well. Ability to age well. In essence. Of the essence. Time is of the essence. Of the essence っていうのはあんま使わないか。Of the essence. Can you give me some casual examples of using the phrase of the essence? Question mark. Time is of the essence, so let's wrap up the meeting quickly. It means time is crucial or important. When baking, following the recipe precisely is of the essence for a successful dish. Getting enough rest before the big day is of the essence for peak performance. In emergency situations, a quick decision-making is of the sense. For successful teamwork, clear communication is of the sense. Of the sense means important. So this phrase is interchangeable with the word important? Question mark. While of the essence and important both convey a sense of significance, they are not entirely interchangeable. Of the sense specifically emphasize urgency or time sensitivity, suggesting that something needs to be done promptly or within a crucial time frame. On the other hand, important simply denotes that something holds significance or value. It doesn't inherently carry the same emphasis on immediacy or time constraints. So while there is overlap in meaning, the choice between two depends on whether you want to emphasize the urgency of a situation or simply highlight the importance of a matter. Okay. Emphasize the urgency of a situation. Urgency って what? The quality of being very important and needing attention immediately. The quality of being repeated and determined in trying to get or do something. あんま違いわかんないけど。OK。これ入れとくか。Can you define the phrase? Question mark. The phrase of the sense is an idiomatic expression that conveys the idea that something is crucial, indispensable, or of paramount importance. It is often used to emphasize the critical nature of a particular element, action, or situation. The phrase suggests that the specific factor is essential for the success, completion, or effectiveness of a task or goal. For example, if someone says time is of the essence, it means that time is crucial and there is an urgency or importance attached to completing a task or action promptly. Overall, the phrase is used to underscore the vital nature of something in a given context. むずっ。important と一緒って意味でいいのかな。important but more more urgency. More urgency. What is urgency again? The quality of being important and needing attention immediately. It now is a matter of urgency that aid research the feminine area. Famine? What is this? Famine?
Famine.
Famine. A situation in which there is not enough food or a great number of people, causing illness and death, or a particular period when this happens. My God. Of the essence. The time is of the essence. Time is important. When baking, following the recipe precisely is of the sense. Is important for a successful dish. Essential. Food is essential to life. Play is essential for children's development. Okay. Majority. Majority. The majority. I don't want to go to the beach, but I'll follow the majority. Majority and minority. Minorities. There are a number of ethnic majority groups, minority groups that live in China. Major, minor. Minor. 未成年者もマイナーって言うんだ。In Australia, a person under the age of 18 is considered a minor. Minor. あれ。これは普通の意味。Minor. Someone who is too young to have the legal responsibilities of an adult. Minor って言うんだ。とかか。In Australia, a person under the age of 18 is considered a minor. Period. Okay. Art. I don't understand modern art at all. Am I missing something? Art. Artistically. I think she is artistically talented. これもいいね。Consist of something. Consist of something means be composed of something or be made up of something. The best hamburgers always consist of good quality meat and fresh ingredients. Consist of, be composed of, be made up of something. Classical. Classical もわかるね。Branch. It took me way too long to pick which branch of economics to study. Branch. 分野。Branch out. Branch out. Branch out はそんなに使ったこと。Branch out. Branch out. Branch out means to start to do something different from what you usually do, especially in your job. Branch out. This designer has recently branched out into children's wear. Can you give me some casual examples of using the phrase branch out? Question mark. なんかマークアウト、マークアップ言われてね。見づらいな。I've been thinking about branching out and try something new hobbies this year. Our company plans to branch out into international markets. これはわかりやすい。I want to branch out in my career and take on new challenges. Let's branch out from the usual restaurants and try something new for lunch. こういう使い方もある。It's time to branch out from my comfort zone and meet new people. Okay. To start to do something different from. Plans to try something different. Okay. Sculpture. Sculpture. Sculpt. Sculpted. Sculpted face っていうの。Sculpture. Sculpt. Okay. 次のセンテンス。More broadly speaking, the definition of art also includes the deliberate production, complying, and publication of music, film, dance, literature, and interactive media, period. More broadly speaking, the definition of art also includes the deliberate production. これが違うな。compiling, and publication of music, film, dance, literature, and interactive media. Okay. Broadly, broadly means in a general way without considering specific examples or all the details. In a general way, broadly. For example, the website says the TOEFL scores are most broadly accepted in foreign university. The The website says that TOEFL scores are most broadly accepted in foreign universities. TOEFL. Broad and narrow. This oversized t-shirt makes me look so broad. Broaden. I want to travel the world to broaden my mind. Broaden. Broad. Very wide. Broadcast and broadly. Can you give me some casual examples of using the word broad? Question mark. I have a broad collection of books on various topics. The beach has a broad stretch of sand, perfect for walk. Wide or extensive, general or vague. Can you give me a broad overview of the project? She provided a broad explanation of the concept. Open-minded or tolerant. It has a broad perspective on cultural differences. Being broad-minded helps in understanding diverse opinions. Accent or dialect. She has a broad Australian accent. The film depicted characters with broad New York accents. Female, informal. She's broad. Who tells it like it is. Broad. Definition. Define. Machine learning software is often defined as a program whose performance improves with experience. Definitely, indefinitely. Indefinite. Definitive. A definite answer. Make a definitive decision. 最終的な definitive. Okay. Deliberate って intentional? Yeah. 意図的な。字を書いとくか。Deliberate. That was a deliberate foul. How's that not a red card? Foul. Deliberate. Take deliberate action. よく考えた上で。Deliberate action. What does deliberate action mean? Question mark. A deliberate action refers to conscious and intentional decision or movement made after careful thought, consideration, or planning. When someone takes a deliberate action, they are purposefully choosing a particular course of action, and the action is not impulsive How do you pronounce impulsive?
Impulsive.
Impulsive or accidental. Deliberate actions often involve a clear awareness of some of one's intentions and thoughtful process before carrying out the chosen behavior or decision. For example, deliberate action. She took deliberate action to address the issue, carefully planning each step. Not deliberate. His apology was not deliberate. He didn't mean to offend anyone. His apology was not deliberate. In essence, a deliberate action implies intentionally forethought and conscious decision-making process. これ辞書に出るかな。はいね。A conscious and intentional decision or movement made after careful thought. これはやっとくか。Deliberate action. Can you give me more examples? After months of research and soul searching, she made the deliberate decision to change careers. He took deliberate actions to improve his health, such as adopting a regular exercise routine and a balanced diet. The entrepreneurs took deliberate actions to launch their startup, including market research and strategic planning. なんかそんなピンとこない。Deliberate. So deliberate means to think or talk seriously and carefully about something. そっか。じゃあこれをdeliberate. こうするか。And also intentional or planned. The junior deliberated for about 2 hours. Deliberate. Can you give me some casual examples of using the word deliberate as verb? As なんか2個になった。verb. While deliberate is more commonly used as an adjective or an adverb, it can be used as a verb in a less common and formal sense. Let's deliberate on the proposed changes before making a final decision. The committee will deliberate the issue issues raised by the community members. So it's more formal, but very formal. Okay. Oh wait, こっちだ。Can you give me examples of the word as adjective? He made a deliberate choice to pursue a career in art. Deliberate describes the choice as intentional and carefully considered. The sudden silence was broken by a deliberate footstep in a hallway. Purposeful and intentional. She gave me a deliberate look, indicating that she had something important to say. The artist approached the canvas with deliberate strokes, creating a masterpiece. It was a deliberate attempt to mislead the public with false information. He made a deliberate choice. Deliberate. なんかピンとこないけど。うん。まあ、いっか、こっちは。Oslo. Okay. Compile. More broadly speaking, the definition of art also includes the deliberate production. Deliberate production. 意図的に制作編集出版 include the deliberate production, compiling and publication of music, film, dance, literature, and interactive media. Compile ってcompile make something into something, like compiler in a programming language. 編集する、集める、作成する。Compile. To collect information from different places and arrange it in a look, report, or list. To change a computer program into a machine language. This one that I mentioned earlier. To collect the information from a variety of places and arrange it in a look. Book か。Compile. I'm compiling a list of my favorite bubble tea shops. Period. Compiling. Publication. Publication はわかるかな? Do you think that the publication of newspapers will still occur in the future? Publication, publish, publisher, publish. Literature もわかるね。literary, literate, literary knowledge, literate people, literacy, literal. Media. I hate how media companies these days focus on clicks and views rather than quality. もわかるね。OK。As typified by the debate over graffiti's classification as either art or vandalism, whether or not something is classified as art is often the subject of controversy, particularly in contemporary times, period. Indeed, some people proclaim that the definition of art is too vague, period. これなんて読むんだ？ T E typified
Typify.
typified 合ってるね。As typified by the debate over graffitiこれがいるの。グラフィ合ってるの？グラフィティじゃない？wait 何が違う？グラフィえ？ FFITI 合ってるよね。Classification as either art or vandalism. Whether or not something is classified as art is often the subject of controversy, particularly in contemporary times. Indeed, some people proclaim that the definition of art is too vague. Typified. Typified か。Typify means something that typifies a particular groups of things. Wait, I'm looking up the definition of typify and it describes with the word typify. How? Something that typifies a particular groups of things shows all the characteristics that you would usually accept from it. What does typify mean? Typify means to represent or exemplify the typical qualities, characteristics, or features of a particular class or group. When something typifies a category or concept, it severs a characteristic example or embodiment of that category. Not clear enough. clarify ってこと？ Can you interchange with the word clarify? Question mark. While typify and clarify both end in ify, they have different meanings and are not interchangeable. Typify, to represent or これがわかんない。What is this? And how do you pronounce?
Exemplify.
Exemplify. Exemplify, to be or give a typical example of something. To represent or exemplify the typical qualities or characteristics of a particular group or concept. Example, his behavior typifies the professionalism we expect from our employees. ピンとこない。Typify. What does it mean in Japanese? Typify. He typified the time in which he lived. 典型代表する To represent or exemplify the typical qualities or characteristics of a particular group or concept. Can you give me some casual examples of using the word? The cozy cafes and friendly locals typify the charm of this town. His positive attitude and enthusiasm typify the team spirit we value in our workplace. These vibrant street markets typify the lively culture of the city. なんとなくわかったかも。Typify. As typified by the debate over graffiti's classification as either art or vandalism. Typified よく見られるとか Typified As typified by As typified by. Can you give me some casual examples of using the phrase as typified by? Question mark. なんかおかしくなった。Yeah. Let me edit my question. Typify by. Stop. While the phrase as typified by might sound a bit formal, you can still use it in more casual language to describe typical characteristic or qualities. Here are some examples. The team's success as typified by their collaborative approach is truly inspiring. The neighborhood's charm is as typified by the colorful murals and friendly community events makes it a great place to live. The company's innovation as typified by their creative brainstorming sessions. Can you interchange with some other word? Mark? The phrase as typified by is relatively specific in its usage, and there isn't direct interchangeable phrase that conveys same meaning. However, you can use alternative expression to convey a similar idea. Characterized by, reflected in, illustrated by, evident in, showcased by. Okay. I'll move on. Classification. The act or process of dividing things into groups according to their type. Classification. Okay. Do you understand the system of classification used in ornithology? Classification. Give me some casual examples of using the word classification? ? I'm working on the classification of my bookshelf, organizing novels and nonfiction separately. The app uses smart classification to sort your photos into different albums automatically. The app uses smart classification. The new store has a unique classification of clothing, combining vintage and modern style. The biologist is studying the classification of newly discovered species in the rainforest. I like the classification of movies on this streaming service. It makes it easy to find the genres I enjoy. Okay. The act or process of dividing things into groups according to their type. The app uses smart classification to sort your photos into different albums automatically. こっちかな? Okay. As typified by the debate over graffiti's classification as either art or vandalism. What is vandalism? The crime of intentionally damaging property belonging to other people. The crime of intentionally damaging property belonging to other people. Vandalism. These schools are known to be vulnerable to vandalism. Give me some casual examples of using the word vandalism. Question mark. Question mark いらない。Oh, it seems there might be a slight error or confusion in your question. Give me some casual examples of using the word. The word. We had a problem with vandalism in the neighborhood, with graffiti appearing on walls and fences. They caught someone on camera committing vandalism at the park, knocking over trash cans and breaking benches. The school had to deal with a case of vandalism in the bathroom, with students writing on the mirrors. The subway station had to increase security due to a rise in vandalism, including scratched windows and defaced posters. The community came together to clean up after an episode of vandalism, painting over the graffiti and repairing the damage. これでいいかな。Vandalism. Okay. Whether or not something is classified. Classified は classification と一緒か。Classify. I don't get how they classified this as being French food. The government classified the document. Classified. Classification. Classify. Double S. To divide things or people into groups according to their type, or to say which group or type something or someone belongs to. To officially state that information is secret. これもあるね。Double S. Classify. The government classified the documents. Also, I don't get how they classified this as being French food. Classify. これはなんとなくわかるかな。次を開けた方。Classify. As art is, whether or not something is classified as art is often the subject of controversy. これはわかるね。 controversial, controversy. Do I pronounce correctly? Controversy.
Controversy.
Controversy. Controversy. Controversy. Controversy. Controversy. Okay. Particularly. 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 これも言いづらいな。Particularly.
Particularly.
Particularly. Particularly. Particularly.
Particularly.
Particularly.
Particularly.
Particularly. In particular, or especially. I don't like reptiles and I find snakes particularly creepy. Particular. Some Japanese English learners are very particular about pronunciation. True. Contemporary. Contemporary. I've gotten into contemporary music recently and I'm addicted to it. Contemporary. Contemporary. Oh. Existing or happening now, and therefore seeming modern. Belonging to the same period or to a stated period in the past. Almost all of the contemporary accounts of the event have been lost. Most of the writers he was contemporary with were. What is this? Noun? Adjective. Noun. Someone living during the same period as someone else. Was he a contemporary of Shakespeare's? これはあんまり使ったことない。Contemporary? 出る。Okay. Time. Time. Contemporary time. Indeed, some people proclaim. 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 Proclaim か。
Proclaim.
Proclaim. To announce something publicly or officially, especially something positive. Of course, the lawyers going to proclaim her client's innocent. The lawyer's going to proclaim her client's innocence. Period. The lawyer's going to proclaim her client's innocence. ここだと proclaim. Indeed, some people proclaim that the definition of art is too vague. Vague. I only have a vague idea of what I want to do in the future. Vaguely. vagueness. I vaguely remember my childhood. vaguely. これは使えそうだね。vaguely. まあ、いっか。OK。次、ラスト。ちょっと多めにやってるけど、まあいっか。This persistent ambiguity in classifying something as art is amplified by subtle differences in what people find authentically pleasing and how strictly they define the term. Period. This persistent ambiguity in classifying something as art is amplified by subtle differences in what people find authentically pleasing and how strictly they define the term. Okay. Persistent. 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 あ、間違えた。Lasting for a long time or difficult to get rid of. George is way too persistent with his personal questions. Period. Persistently. Persistent. Give me some casual examples of using the word persistent? Question mark. Despite facing setbacks, they remained persistent in pursuing her dream of starting her own business. The persistent rain didn't dampen our spirits. His persistent rumor about the upcoming product release has generated a lot of excitement among fans. She was persistent in asking for feedback, showing her commitment to personal growth. Okay. Ambiguity. Ambiguity means the fact of something having more than one possible meaning and therefore possibly causing confusion. Vagueness? Oh, ambiguous versus vague. どちらも曖昧なという意味を持ちますが、ambiguous は具体的ではあるものの複数の異なる意味で解釈ができるものを指します。例えば、look at the dog with one eye という文章は、あの目が一つしかない犬を見てとも、片目であの犬を見てとも捉えることができ、これは vague ではありませんが、ambiguous な文章と言えます。一方、vague は He's very tall のような背が高いと言ってもどのぐらい高いのか不明瞭な程度の曖昧さ。Okay. Can you explain the differences between the word vague and ambiguity? Vague describes something that is unclear, imprecise, or lacking in detail. It suggests a lack of specificity or explicitness. Refers to a state of being open to multiple interpretation or having more than one possible meaning. It often involves the deliberate or inherent uncertainty in language or communication. The statement had an element of ambiguity, as it could be interpreted in different ways. Similar to vague, but more open to, what did it say? Open to multiple interpretation. The ambiguity of my role at work really demotivates me. Period. Amplify. Amplify. To make something louder. Amplifier のことか。あれ。Amplify. Social media amplifies the influence of celebrities a lot. Period. Amplification, amplifier. Subtle, in a subtle way. Subtle. Subtle. これはわかるね。The persistence ambiguity in classifying something as art is amplified by subtle differences in what people find authentically pleasing and how strictly they define the term. Pleasing. Pleasing もわかる。Strictly もわかる。Term もわかる。Third term to describe what we're doing right now. In the long term, term of employment, in term of something. Be on good term. You should view the financial result in terms of profit. In terms of. In terms of. Used to describe which particular area or of a subject you are discussing. Better off. In terms of. What does the phrase in terms of mean? The phrase in terms of is Prepositional phrase commonly used to express a relationship between different things or to specify the perspective or context in which something is considered. It helps to provide, clarify, or a frame of reference when discussing various aspects of components in terms of Is there an interchangeable phrase for that? Is there several interchangeable phrase or expression that conveys a similar meaning to in terms of, regarding, with respect to, in relation to, connecting, in reference to, regarding? Okay, in terms ofまあこれが間違えた。これが分かりづらい、分かりやすいかな。OK。終わり。Lesson 5。Let's review. Of the sense, important, minor, under the age, under age of legal responsibilities. Branch out means start something different. Broadly means broad, in general way. Deliberate means intentional, or to think carefully. Compile means to collect and make a list. Typify is to represent, have typical something, to represent or exemplify the typical qualities or characteristics. Classification means to classify something, dividing some things into groups. Classify. Vandalism, illegal act of damaging something intentionally. Contemporarily means, as a noun, it means living the same period of time. Proclaim is to announce something. Persistence means something lasts long time, lasting for a long time. Ambiguity means vague but open to different interpretations. Amplify means to make something louder. In terms of, means used to describe which particular areas or subject you're discussing. Okay. Graffitis. Then I'm gonna do chapter 6 in the next stream, and chapter 7 is done. So it's amplify can also mean to make something stronger. Louder or stronger. Stronger. でもそっか、social media amplifies the influence of celebrities a lot. It means it has a connotation of strongness, strengths. Amplify. Okay. Wait, I have a question. How do you use typify? Is it something that you want to represent? Amplitude. Amplitude. A large amount of wide range. A large amount or wide range. The sheer amplitude of the novel invites comparisons with Tolstoy. I don't understand. 使わない？ typify は。Okay. 覚えなくていい。typify. For example, typify. Stardew Valley typifies the work of なんだっけ? I forgot the name of the company. なんだっけ? Concerned Ape. Typify. じゃあ typify とは言えないか? Typify. わからない。Classification. But if you use typify, you assume that they have a lot of games. Yeah, Animal Crossing typifies the work of Nintendo games or Mario. Or Mario types of game typifies the work of Nintendo games. RPG types of game. Cute games. Okay. Contemporary も大丈夫だね。A is typically B. じゃあこれと一緒だ。I learned a phrase. どこでやったっけ? Typical of something と一緒? Typical of something ないね。ちょっと待って。this typical そっか、これウィンドウ見れないのか。じゃあいいや。Typical of something 一緒。Mario is a typical game of Nintendo. Of the of the essence も初めて知った。Can you explain the difference between of the sense and important? I asked ChatGPT, but it didn't explain well. どれだっけ？I only use of the sense when saying time is of the sense. で、それがフレーズなのかな？決まり文句。Time is of the sense, so let's wrap up the meeting quickly. When baking, following the recipe precisely is of the sense for a successful dish. もう例文にあった。Time is of the sense. Time is of the sense. 使えますね。That's a bit weird. ChatGPT gave me this example of the essence. Of the essence. OK。いっぱい学びました。Ambiguity amplify in terms of OK 今日は終わりにします。I made a Christmas version. I made a ending Christmas version.聞いてってください。Okay. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.